3 Energy TV, folks, where we explore the power of three: mind, body, and spirit, and how energy moves through them, shaping every part of our reality. This is the beginning of our Mind series, where we unravel how thoughts, beliefs, and inner dialogue shape our reality from the inside out. Because if you ever want to shift your outer world, we first have to understand the inner forces creating it. Over the next few episodes, we'll explore how the mind doesn't just process energy, it directs it. And when we understand how that works, you don't just change your thoughts, you start to rewire your entire field, your entire reality. So before we dive into the first arc of our journey, folks, I'd like to first share the distinction between the brain and the mind, right? Because the mind is not just the brain, right? Or the intellect. From an energetic perspective, it's like an energetic field of awareness. The mind is the field through which consciousness organizes itself into perception. It's where the invisible space where reality is shaped before it becomes matter, before it becomes 3D. We're talking about the field of awareness that receives, interprets, and creates. It shapes the way we see the world, and more importantly, it shapes what the world reflects back to us. If the brain is the hardware, the mind is the software. Except in this case, the software actually influences the field around you. It doesn't just compute, it broadcasts. It can act as a bridge translating vibration into thought and thought into form. And in this series, the Mind series, we begin peeling back that process, where we explore the inner workings of thought, belief, and the stories we carry. Over the next 4 episodes, we'll uncover your thoughts. We'll uncover how your thoughts don't just stay in your head, they ripple through you. We'll explore the hidden loops of belief, the blocks that form when energy gets stuck, and the tools to reclaim your mind as a powerful co-creator of your life. And it all starts with one of the most overlooked creative forces we use every single day: thought. So what is a thought, folks? What is it? I mean, you probably heard it before, right? Like maybe in school, online, or wherever, right? That a thought is just a mental event. The brain processes information, neurons firing, and voila, a thought appears. According to mainstream view, it's kind of internal data processing, right? Just electrical chemical signals moving around up here in the brain. But that's not the full truth. Not even a little bit. Because if you zoom out, if you start looking at thought not just as brain activity, but as vibration, you'll see something much, much deeper. A thought isn't just something you have, a thought is something you send. It's energy, a vibration, a frequency moving through you, moving through your mind, right? Carrying a message, a story, a perception. So while most people think thoughts are just, random ideas or random chatter, in reality, just like a tuning fork vibrates and sends ripples through the air, your thought sends a ripple into your field, influencing how you feel, how you act, and what you attract. They don't just stay locked in your head. They broadcast outward. They shape your energy. They shape your perception. And they begin attracting experiences that resonate with that frequency. And this isn't just some like hoo-hoo new age stuff or energetic theory, right? We could actually measure it. Thoughts have electrical and magnetic signatures. Ever heard of an EEG machine? That's the machine that reads the electrical activity in your brain. Those are your thoughts firing. It's literal energy moving through you, folks. And just like any form of energy, it doesn't just stay put. It influences everything: your mood, your body, your field, even what you attract. And here's something a lot of people don't even realize, right? When you have a thought, especially one charged with emotion, it doesn't just light up your brain. It creates a ripple, like a wave. And that wave has 2 parts: an electrical wave and a magnetic wave. And these 2 are always dancing together. And when they come together, they form what's called an electromagnetic field. Now, the electrical part is a signal firing through neurons, which is what the EEG picks up, right? But every electrical pulse generates a magnetic field too. That's where the MEG machine comes in, right? It detects the magnetic activity of your thoughts. Why does this matter? Because magnetic fields are projective fields. They radiate, they move outward. And while electricity might be the spark, magnetism is the reach. Think of it like this. Your thought is the signal, like turning on a light bulb, electric, right? Your emotion charges it, giving it a pulse. Your magnetic field sends it out into the field, into the world, right? So when we say thoughts attract, it's this magnetic component we're talking about. You're literally radiating a signal. And the more emotion behind it, the stronger the magnetic field it creates. Okay, let's use a radio tower as an example. Well, metaphor really. Your mind is like a transmitter, right? Like a radio tower. Every time you have a thought, it's as if you're sending out a signal. That's the electrical part, like turning on a broadcast. But that signal doesn't just stay in the tower. It moves outward, riding on waves, right? Those waves, that's the magnetic field, the reach of that thought. That's what carries the message through the air, into the space around you. That's what determines how far it goes, what it attracts, and who and what it tunes into. So, the electricity is the spark, your brain activity. The magnetism is the pull, right? Your energetic reach. And the combination of the two creates a frequency, like you're a channel always broadcasting, right? And here's where it gets powerful. If your thoughts are repetitive, if they're emotionally charged, they amplify the signal. That's where your reality starts rearranging to match the broadcast. So when you shift your thoughts consciously, you're not just thinking differently, you're tuning your tower. You're changing the frequency you're broadcasting out to the universe. Okay, so here's a few scientific perspectives on thought energy for those who from the show me stage. Quantum physics research suggests that thought energy can impact physical reality, influencing our surroundings at a fundamental level. Experiments like the double slit experiment and the phenomenon of the quantum entanglement hint at our observation and intention can influence outcomes. Go check out those experiments if you get a chance. Psychological studies show that our thoughts affect our mental and physical health, like the placebo effect, right? Shaping our well-being, stress, responses, and even our immune function. Thoughts are not just passive, they are active participants in our experience. And by understanding thought energy, folks, we can make conscious choices that positively affect our lives and our environments. This is the empowerment that comes from understanding the mind as a creative force. So, that's where we're going to pause for now, because awareness is the first step, but it's not the last. Now that we've begun to take a glimpse at a true nature of thought, not just as brain activity, but as energy that radiates and creates, awareness becomes the first step, the seed of transformation. But awareness alone doesn't rewire reality. Action does. And that's where we'll go next. In part 2, we'll go a little deeper and explore the hidden loop, where thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and perceptions create your feedback cycles that shape your reality. But for now, take a breath, rewatch if something sparked or resonated with you, and remember, you are not broken, you are by design, energy and motion, and always ready to align. Thank you for watching this episode, folks. If you enjoyed the video, please consider tapping that like button, dropping a line in the comments, and even share with another beautiful soul that you think may like the content. And of course, consider subscribing for more P3 Energy TV, where we honor the mind, body, and spirit connection and the remembrance that energy is a common language they all speak. Until next time, beautiful souls, stay aligned, stay luminous, and stay tuned.